have a great combo from Portland Leather Goods, a tote bag, a wallet, a journal, and a pencil case. This is all the swag. All right, here we go. You guys put both tickets in here. All right, we're gonna try this again. There's another one like that. Oh, you want? Which one do you want? Which one do you want? Which one are you gonna get? There's another one like that. Oh, you want? Which one do you want? Which one do you want? Which one are you gonna get? All right. Our fourth one, last but not least, you get a case of A to Z Wineworks wine. Each of these special bottles are half bottle size, but consisting of 6 Pinot Gris, and 6 Pinot Noirs. Ooh, that's a nice little balance. Basically, you can just put them away and have one every month. You have wine for a year. Let's see, this is for Lydia. Ticket 395. All right, there you go. Yay! For all the participants, you can just present your tickets and get your prizes at the door. Yeah? Oh, ticket, the last 3 digits were 395. All right. Well, you got a case waiting for you. All right, Portland. Are you still feeling it? Now it's time, right around Portland, Executive Director Liz Esslinger, retired. We're going to say she retired in June earlier this year. And so we have the privilege of welcoming a brand new Executive Director. He's fabulous, Chris McDonald.
Well, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Chris McDonald. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm so honored to be the new executive director here at Right Around. Let's take that off. So I wasn't sure how to introduce myself, so naturally I went to Google. And one of the things they said on Google was to talk about your favorite movie or an important movie to you. And so I am going to have a little talk with you. Blockbuster comedy thriller, Three Ninjas. Three Ninjas is about 3 brothers whose grandfather teaches them the martial art ninjutsu each summer. This skill comes in handy when the boys are, of course, kidnapped by an evil. Occurs on a cargo ship where the grandfather and the boys successfully overpower the criminals and turn them into the FBI. Sounds like a good movie, right? Yeah. So my brother and I watch this movie constantly. We popped in that VHS every time we could. Even though it does sound suspiciously like The Karate Kid, clearly we thought this movie was superior, especially because it featured 3 kids instead of 1. My brother and I couldn't understand why our white friends hadn't heard about this movie, and so it became a routine. Invite someone over, pop in 3 Ninjas. So I was shocked recently to learn that among the highest grossing movies in 1992, 3 Ninjas was not a blockbuster. Yeah. Granted, 1992 was a big year for movies, so this was the year that Sister Act came out, as well as Home Alone 2, Wayne's World, A League of Their Own, Aladdin, Batman Returns, big year for movies. Unfortunately, 3 Ninjas came in at a paltry number 49. But then I thought, why am I judging this movie based on its financial performance? I mean, there are plenty of movies out there that no one watches but have their own merit. So I was dismayed again to learn that 3 Ninjas did not receive critical acclaim. It was called, quote, out and mindless, with haphazard editing and occasional out-of-focus shots. And this one's my favorite, an unhappy creature stitched together out of the body parts of other movies. Gene Siskel called it a miserable ripoff of The Karate Kid. Furthermore, when I looked into the casting of this movie, I realized for the first time that the Japanese-American grandfather character was played by Chinese-American actor Victor Wong. The Japanese-American mother character is played by Mexican-American actress Margarita Franco. And the 3 kids who are supposed to be half Japanese are played by 3 white actors. So, I guess I can't recommend this movie. And to be transparent, I didn't even watch the movie in preparation for this talk. But looking back, it's obvious why my brother and I really loved this movie, beyond what I'm sure were thrilling action sequences and comedic set pieces. Three Ninjas was the only movie we encountered as children that even attempted to represent our experience. We were half Japanese, half white urban boys who were straddling cultures. I mean, World War II really figured out while our Japanese-American grandfather was punching Nazis in Europe, our white grandfather was fighting the Japanese in the Pacific. There was a lot of tension in our extended family, especially on our Midwestern white side, and we had no cultural experience. I'm a gay man, a 4th-generation Yonsei Japanese-American, a biracial American, and even in this moment right now, I feel a little bit ashamed to ask for a movie that represents someone that is like me. I think that's why I became a writer. But even when I went to graduate school for creative writing, I started to get really stressed and nervous about whether stories that I wrote about people that look like me, whether those would be accepted or understood by, majority white literary audience. Ultimately, we all know that a story's marketability shouldn't matter. One of my favorite writers, Ron Carlson, said, "If it matters to you, then it's absolutely worth writing." And so I carry that with me when I start to worry about if I'm relatable or not. But stories are also about communication. They're also about reaching beyond ourselves and trying to make a connection with somebody else. That yearning, that longing powers so much of how I show up in the world, and I am so passionate about Right Around Portland's work. Because everyone's story matters, and when we see ourselves represented in media, even media as craven and shoddily constructed as Three Ninjas, our humanity is validated. We know we're not alone. And to me, there's no more important feeling than belonging. And ultimately, it's an organization dedicated to valuing and uplifting everyone's story. 26 years after I saw Three Ninjas, I went to a movie theater with my husband to watch a big Hollywood rom-com called Crazy Rich Asians. It's a good movie. At the time, there were a lot of news reports about Asian Americans weeping at the sight of Asian actors on screen speaking unaccented English and not doing martial arts. I lasted approximately 10 minutes before bursting into tears. And it would take a whole nother talk to unpack that moment, but suffice it to say, my life is absolutely better because of dumb movies like Crazy Rich Asians and Three Ninjas and Rush Hour, and Joy Luck Club, and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and Shang-Chi. And work by Lon Samantha Chang, Lawson Fusao Inada, Peter Ho Davies, Gis Jen, Ha Jin, Maxine Hong Kingston, and Chang Ray Lee, and Yi Yoon Lee, and Lee Yoon Lee, and Ruth Ozeki, and Amy Tan, and Yet Tan Nguyen, and Ocean Vuong, and Charles Yu, and Michelle Zauner. Thank God. Thank God for all those amazing people. So tonight I just want to urge you to think about all of those stories that you haven't heard yet, and all the people that aren't being represented in the media that you're consuming. This is Right Around Portland's most important work, and it's our responsibility tonight and our privilege to support it, nurture it, and experience it. Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Chris McDonald! are very, very lucky to have you. We're so excited for the amazing things that you're going to do, Chris. All right. Are you pumped? How are you doing? Like that. Who's ready for some more poetry? I like that. And this evening, he's a longtime Right Around Portland workshop facilitator and a wonderful, so please, you to really bring your hands together and give me a warm welcome for Armin Tolentino!
Can we get a round of applause for Marisol? Jeez! Woo! Who needs coffee if you have Marisol around? My gosh, that's amazing. My name is Armin. I use he and him pronouns. I'm thrilled to be here with you all in person. Right Around Portland is the most amazing nonprofit. Not only because it creates space for people to write, obviously that matters. But I think what's really phenomenal is that Right Around Portland creates space for people to listen to each other and to practice listening. And what a skill and what a gift that is. So here's a poem that I think is about trying to listen and understand each other, with a lot of lines that came from Right Around Portland workshops in the past. So this poem is called Caterpillars. When we were little, we'd delight in the season of caterpillars. They'd crawl on the trees and we'd scoop up a couple to wriggle in our palms or tickle our legs. When I moved away, I learned most people call them leeches. But where I was born, we had so few words, everything had to share a name or went its existence unmentioned. For example, wolf could mean pet, but also mother, or rusted machine, or tree where tired angels rest. When I first moved, there were lots of misunderstandings. I just point to things constantly. That's what I mean. You call it what? A gaggle of caterpillars could nuzzle a dead wolf down to bone in a few hours. That was great joy and relief, especially if the wolf belonged to one of us. Where I was born, love meant blind, the tea that soothes stomach ulcers, or anything you felt all the way to your pinky toes. I've been away a long time from where I was born, but every now and then, I still make mistakes. I'll reminisce and share a memory like the troll we used to rub as kids in the woods. And when I get blank stares, I say, oh, I guess you had to be there. Which I've learned in my new home means connection lost, reboot. Or I've given up on trying. Or you will never know the real me. Thank you.
Did I say you were in for a special evening or what? I don't like. All right. I really love that piece, so thank you for sharing that, Armin. Folks, it's that time of the evening when we ask for your support for our mission. And before we do, though, I'd like to turn your attention to a special video where we went out into the community and asked them to tell us, what does Right Around Portland mean to them? So let's hear what they have to say.
I first heard about Right Around Portland shortly after I moved, knowing anyone, and knew I wanted to meet people and find community. And so when I came here, I just Googled, after I Googled like writing nonprofit Portland, and Right Around was the first thing that came up.
I have an academic background. A lot of my writing has been sort of like very structured, specific tone, oftentimes removing myself from the tone or personality. Even being able to call myself like a poet or a writer beyond some more of the academic writing is fairly new for me. So Right Around Portland has helped me sort of blossom as a writer that is more creative, that is more playful.
For so long, I was really worried that my writing was like inaccessible to general audience. But in the Right Around Portland BIPOC groups, it's just always been like love and positivity.
I think about the different places and spaces that Right Around Portland goes into to offer opportunities for folks to really think about their creativity, validate their stories, affirm that their perspective matters, is real, and is worth writing about and getting down and sharing with others.
So Engage Northwest is a community within affordable housing residents. Being able to offer the Right Around program when everybody was really isolated and alone, just give the residents a way of going through this very difficult time in our society.
And I must say, this is great therapy. When I first get up in the morning, I feel really kind of depressed. And I've been going through depression for quite a long time. And so, but I've always enjoyed writing. I put my thoughts to paper. It just so relaxes me in the morning when I first get up.
I just got goosebumps. It was so good to be back at this year. We each came each week, and people came during really hard weeks. Someone had surgery and they were there the next week. Someone was experiencing chronic pain, but they came and writing helped distract them from the pain. Someone wasn't feeling well, and so we dialed her in on the phone. The energy in the room was just full of love and respect and gratitude.
And I think about what a valuable resource it is, especially for BIPOC folks, to create sort of this gathering hub, right? Where we just get to be together, be creative, laugh, cry, giggle, just be in community.
The feedback I received from my writing fills me with so much gratitude, so much emotion, so much belief in myself. And that feels especially significant because there are so many different writers and so many different voices and styles and stuff. So it feels really good to be like affirmed and validated by people who like may write completely different from me, you know?
Writing is such a catharsis and it's great for just a creative outlet, but also for our mental health right now. Everybody should have access to the arts.
In a time when so many people are told their stories don't matter, Right Around affirms they are over and over again, and then give them the tools to express themselves.
To offer them those kinds of supports, that's really meaningful because you're taking away a barrier that might prevent somebody from really exploring their thoughts and ideas in their own writing voice.
I think about just the humanness of that audience and the connectedness to unlock and say that we're all creative. We all can write. You don't have to be Shakespeare. You don't have to have gotten an MFA. Just write.
I first heard about
Watching that video, I get a little teary-eye. That was just like, it touches at your heartstrings. Hopefully it touches your wallet. All right, people, it's that time of the evening. I'm going to invite my co-host up here. Oh, Kelsey, sorry. I'm getting my pages mixed up. All right, everybody, give a warm welcome. We have another poem coming up. No, not poem. Sorry. Kelsey, help me out here.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kelsey, and I started volunteering with Right Around Portland in 2016, became a facilitator in 2017, and signed up as an Inkwell member at Raise Your Pen in 2018. Yes. And this season, I'm facilitating a workshop at Cascadian Terrace. And during our first session, Carol was hesitant to share. She apologized for her writing, saying it's been a while since she's written, and she's had a hard time getting started. But her fellow participants encouraged her. They wanted to hear what she had to say. and Carol bravely shared her piece. This past week, Carol wrote out a friend who had recently passed. She teared up as she read her poem, and as the other writers reflected back to her the love and loss they felt in her words. She thanked everyone for listening and said this was the first time she had been able to talk about the grief she was feeling inside. Moments like this, participants and facilitators alike find a tool for healing, a way of being heard, a hidden talent, a boost of confidence, a safe space, a sense of belonging. They happen in every workshop. In a time when so many people are told their stories don't matter, Right Around Portland affirms that their stories do matter, and then offers them the tools to express themselves. In a time when differences seem to divide us, Right Around Portland offers a place where we can realize that our differences don't matter as much as our common humanity. We allow ourselves to be witnessed as we embark on journeys of discovery, healing, and growth, and we witness others doing the same. I've left every workshop session, every reading, absolutely buzzing with joy, overwhelmed with respect for my fellow writers, insanely inspired by their creativity and vulnerability, and feeling like I'm part of a community of people who are liberating themselves, one word at a time. So please join me tonight in supporting Right Around Portland so that we can continue to change lives through the power of writing.
Kelsey, thank you for saving me and sharing that powerful testimony. And thank you for your time, your energy, and just everything you give to Right Around. That's truly something special, and I appreciate you. All right. Hi, Chris. You ready to do this?
Is this on? Oh, yeah, it is.
It's on? Okay. Chris and I are here tonight to urge you to support Right Around with your most generous donation. There we go. Everyone has an envelope and a pen on their chair. If you're able, we encourage you to join others in the community and pledge your support for Right Around Portland. We're going to give you time so you guys can go ahead and fill out your information on the envelope. And when you're ready to give, just raise your envelope over your head and one of our lovely volunteers will come around and collect it. You can also, because we live in a digital era, pull out your phone and go to rightaround.org to make a gift online. And before we do that, Chris has an exciting announcement.
Yes, I do. So we have a very special challenge tonight from Jim Layden and Rob Noss, who will match the first 5 gifts at the $500 level. So $500 Marisol can provide one writer with a full 10-week workshop, including supplies, snacks, facilitator support, publication, much more. So if you get advantage of this match tonight, you'll actually be supporting 2 writers through this match.
Woo!
So we need 5 gifts at $500.
What an amazing and great impact. If you'd like to have your gift doubled tonight at the $500 level, please let us know by filling out your donation envelope and raising your pen in the air now.
We need 5 gifts. Raise your pen if you're willing to donate at the $500 level. 1, 2.
Yes! Woo!
3. Thank you. 4 and 5.
Yes!
Yeah, we
Yes!
did it. 6.
Woo!
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, Marisol, I also have some other really good news. So, I'm really excited to share with you that any gifts aren't matched by Jim and Rob tonight will all automatically be doubled anyway by the Echo Fund of the Oregon Community Foundation up to $10,000. $10,000.
Woo!
So whatever size gift you give tonight will be doubled up to $10,000.
Everything matters, any amount. As a reminder, all donations tonight support Right Around's mission to change lives through the power of writing. Right Around is the only local organization that provides free writing workshops in places like prisons, shelters, treatment centers, and places normally get ignored. So this is a great opportunity to help us bring creative writing to folks who otherwise wouldn't have access to the art.
While you're filling out your donation envelopes, we'd also like to acknowledge a $5,000 gift from 2 longtime members of the Right Around community.
We would also like to thank board member Amanda Gonser, board member Sarah Guest, our board co-chair Alex Larod and Kate Rude, and Amanda Lee Roberts for their donation of $1,000 tonight. Thank
A
you.
$1,000 gift helps us cover the cost of designing and printing our anthology. And next spring, we're getting ready to publish our 60th book. So $1,000 is a huge part of getting those stories out there. Thank you.
We also want to thank Lauren Isaac for her donation of $800, as well as Karen Callahan, Jeremy Resnick, Holly Cadiff, Paul Lipscomb, board members Chenoa Philibin, board members Reggie Wadman for their donations of $500, and a big thank you to Harriet Ani for her gift of $400. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see you. I appreciate all of you.
We'd also like to thank at the $250 level Molly Newgard, Robin Steely, and our own Marisol Tadros. We'd also like to thank Catherine Grinnell and Ponte for making gifts at the $200 level.
Finally, we want to thank Chris Bottomer, Lauren Cox, Glenda Lesher, Leslie McBride, Jacqueline and William Shannon Hollis, and Gramont. I'm going to mess this up. I'm so sorry. Kayo. There you go. All right. For coming in at the $100 level. Chris, does $100 get us?
Well, every writer has access to tools they need. So $100 helps us provide journals, pens, snacks, bus tickets, and more to ensure that all of our participants can come together and be creative without worrying about not having the supplies.
I love that. All right. Everyone, as we wrap up this portion and this part of the program, we also want to thank everyone who's donated to support us tonight. And we want to emphasize that any amount makes a huge difference to our work and our mission. Whether it's $10 or $10,000, your gift helps us continue to provide these one-of-a-kind programming and amplifies the voices and unheard voices in our community. So, muchísimas gracias. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Shukran. Armin is like out cheering all of you over here. So I appreciate you, man. All right, everyone. We're just about at the end of our programming, but before we go, we have one special reading left for you. Some of you have noticed the cover poetry out front before we started the program. Well, we thought it would be fun to share them with the group to see what we've created. And so we have some volunteers that are going to move that whiteboard up to the front. And as our volunteers bring that in, I want to acknowledge folks who were crucial in making tonight happen. A big thank you to our sponsors, Community Credit Union, Porque No Taqueria, Origami Catering, Commerce Bank of Oregon, and Official State Bank. Thank you so much to Oregon Contemporary. This space is amazing. So swag. For putting a roof over our head, Erica Soul Food for the delicious dinner, and A to Z Wine for providing the wine. I also like to thank our speakers tonight, Kelsey Allen, thank you for sharing. Anbi, that poem was amazing, and Armin Tolentino, you have been my cheerleader tonight, and your poem was amazing. So thank you, all of you, for sharing tonight. Let's give them a round of applause. A big thank you to Amanda Gonser, Sarah Guest, and Chris McDonald for their amazing work on using your Penn event committee and putting this event together. To all our event volunteers and right around staff and board of directors for all their hard work in making this a beautiful event a reality. In person, first time in 3 years. So it feels good to be back in person this year. Now, Chris, let's get some poetry. And Armin, can you help us out?
Yeah, I think I'm reading the original poem, and then Armin, I think you're going to read the group poem. right? Okay, so the original poem was by Wendy, and it's called The Peace of Wildness. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. Not me, the day blinds me with their light. For a time I rest and am free.
There's no like a boy here. Get loud. This is what you all wrote. The peace. Well, actually, not you all. Things and the stars fear. Not they break and still walk. I am waiting in the wake of life. I feel light and grace at their presence. What lived time, I lie. My world rests despair. When my heron free down the sound, the night of the grief lives in me. Who grows in the I come, may the text be a forethought.
All right, folks, we've come to the end of our evening. I just wanted to say thank you for your support of Right Around, permission for writing in this community. If you still want to be a donate, please, card online, donation table up front. Appreciate all your gifts. So thank you, everyone, for everything you've done tonight. Regardless of your affiliation this November, we appreciate all you so much.